Yo, hello, what's going on, everybody? Today, I just wanted to share with you a little message and a little revelation that I had today. Because today, I realized how much I actually loved God. And I just want to talk about it. So, I was out with my friend all day and we were getting groceries and we were just having a good time, little road trip. It was nice. And at a certain point we talked about God a little bit and why I'm so faithful to him and why now I've completely surrendered to God, or at least now I'm surrendering, in the process of surrendering to God more and more, and just letting him lead my life. And I told him that I leaned on my own understanding so much, and God showed me that he was able to do so much more than I was ever able to do, that I just trusted him and I just loved him and believed in him. And that's why I allowed God to take the lead and live for him. But then I got home, I took a shower and I had a little conversation with God. And in that conversation, I was asking for forgiveness. I was asking if I can stand closer to him. And he told me that I was doing well. He gave me some reassurance. He told me that I was doing well. He told me that that there are many things I'm doing good, and he told me that he loved me. And then I kind of interrupted him. I told him, well, I know that, Father, I love you too. But then he said, I love you with all my being. And do you? He asked me do you know that you love me? And I was like, hold on, wait a second. Do I know that I love God? I really had to think about it. And I just realized that even now, still in my process of getting to God, I was still allowing some parts of my own understanding, some parts of my own pride even, to go above God. Now, in my life, I've put others above myself countless of times, to the point where it broke me down. It took all the energy out of me. And now I just had this realization, this revelation, that I love God so much, but I was still kind of afraid to put him above all else in my life. But that doesn't make sense. And let me tell you why. Because God is worthy of being put at first place, because God is the only being in the entirety of existence where if you put him first, you will be better for it. Let me repeat that so you really understand. God is the only being on the entirety of existence where if you put him first, you will be better for it. And I just had this moment where I detached from my mind, I detached from my body, I detached from my feelings. I put all my focus towards God. I put my ego down and just put everything that I had into God and just asked him to fill me up with his love, show me his love. And in that moment, it was just this big clarity that I gained. This big clarity of knowing and being confident in the God that I serve, that if I follow him, if I just focus my love towards him and put him above myself and all else, that everything will be fine. I can walk in life with pure confidence that I will be good, that I will live a good, happy life, no matter the circumstances. See, God has overcome the world. It's in his word. Meaning that if you follow God, if you focus all your attention to God, you will also overcome all the circumstances of the world. He will give you the power of Christ. He will give you his grace. And through those things alone, you have already overcome evil. You have already overcome all the worldly things. You have already overcome all the distractions, all the struggles, all the things that are going on in your life that are wearing you down, that are breaking you apart. You have overcome them simply because God loves you and gives you his grace. And normally, when I speak about these things, I speak more in a holistic way that everybody can understand. I speak more in a way of, this is your system. You have your mind, you have your soul, you have your ego, you have your emotion, you have your consciousness, you have your body. And those things need to be cared for. Those things are things that you need to actively look into. But today I just realized that although it is good to understand the system that you have in this human life, it is more so that if you understand your system, you can use it to give it to God. So, in this moment, let me go ahead and explain to you what is commonly happening amongst the people on earth. Or actually, you know what, let me get personal and let me speak about what happened to me. Now, my full testimony is out on my YouTube channel, but to kind of summarize the main parts of the testimony, in my life, at a very, very young age, I was slowly being pulled away from myself because it wasn't safe to be myself in school or in social environments, and at home, it also wasn't safe to be myself. This caused me to completely be so unconscious and so far apart from my own self that I had to regain the person that I was through first analyzing my emotion for years, then my mind, then my body. And at a certain point, this journey became more of a how to master myself than actually the promise of getting myself back. Now, through this journey, I've learned a lot of tools to understand your system, work with your system, and essentially master yourself so you can lead your life, your system, the way you want to. But now it all has a new light, because now all those tools, all that knowledge and that self-control, that mastery that I have over my system can be used for God. And if you right now are in a situation where you might not even believe, you might not even have like a relationship with God, let me tell you something, because He is right there. He is waiting for you to acknowledge Him and for you to come to Him. But what does coming to Him mean? It simply means that you use your consciousness to watch Him. But this is not simply done, because in this world, like what happened to me, there are so many distractions. There are so many reasons for you being an overthinker. There are so many reasons for you to use your consciousness to escape from everything. There are so many reasons for you to shut down your emotion. So many reasons for you to physically use substances and abuse your body, to seek out pain so you don't have to deal with what is actually going on. There are many reasons to do that. This world there's a lot of wickedness in this world. And so there might be a natural resistance towards going to seek out God. Maybe you have so much logical reasons to not even believe in His existence. But I promise you that if you find a way to let go of those thoughts, to let go of those feelings, to let go of trying to escape, to let go of seeking out that physical pain, to let go of being that ego identity that is wearing you down, rising you up when it wants and then tearing you down when you feel. If you can find in this very moment the stillness to look at God, you will find Him. He is right there waiting for you at any moment. Even when you don't want to acknowledge Him, even when you don't want to believe in Him, He is still there waiting for you and loving you. And I promise you also, which, Lord forgive me for promising, but these are His promises, that if you seek Him, you will find Him. It's just that simple, and it is the truth. And there are countless of examples of this. Not only me, you can look anywhere on the internet, anywhere in life, anybody that has a true relationship with God. If you ask them about it, you will always have them say that they are so close to God and God does so many amazing things for them and the people around them. And you will never hear somebody say that they couldn't find God if they actually really tried. Now, finding God means detaching from yourself, letting go from yourself. And this thing is a very hard thing to do because there are many fears that can hold you down. Like I said, there are many reasons for you to be in the identity that you are right now. There are many reasons for you to hold on to overthinking and wanting to keep that control in your life because you're scared to get hurt again, or you're scared that it will all crumble down and fail. But even when you're scared, you can still find God. Talk to him. Pray. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have a perfect prayer right now. You don't have to watch your mouth when you speak to him. Be real. But just share with him what is going on in your life. Just close your eyes for a second. Breathe. Be conscious of your breath. Take your focus from everything that is around you, all the things that are wrong within you. Take your focus from that for a second. Just focus on your breath and speak what is on your mind towards God. And you might not hear him immediately. That is something that we don't always hear God right away. And it might even feel like he doesn't even listen to your prayer. But he is listening to your prayer. And if you would just give it like a week, a month, maybe even a couple times a day, I don't care how long, but if you would just give it the actual chance to open up yourself towards God, to share what is going on in your life with him, things will get better. And I also pray right now that God will reveal himself to you. I pray that he will make it known to you why you should surrender to him. I pray that he will give you that grace that I have felt myself and many others have felt. I pray that he will show you his love so you might understand why we follow God. Because it's not out of religion, out of rule sets. It's not because we want the promise of heaven, or at least if I'm speaking for myself, it's not the promise of heaven. For me, it's pure love that I have for God, why I wish to serve him, why I'm coming to you speaking this way. I would have never done that a couple months ago. I actually would have never. I would have just leaned on my own understanding, but now I have such a great love for God, where I want to put him above myself, that I also want to share such a connection with anybody in this world. That's why I'm here speaking. So, to summarize all of this, if you can take anything away from this video, it's that it's alright to relax. You're fine, you're loved. And you just need to look at the right direction to realize how loved you are, how blessed you are, how close you actually are to God, what you actually mean to him. All it takes is just taking your attention away from everything going on around the world, and all the distractions, all the problems, everything wrong, and just put it towards him. Put your intention towards finding God. 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes right now. If you enjoy the process, 10 minutes. If you really enjoy the process, keep doing it until you feel like you can't do it anymore. But wherever you are in life, whoever you are in life, know that I love you, you are loved, and know that God is ready for you, waiting for you. And to everybody that is already in a relationship with God, if you are facing problems right now, know that God is on your side, and know that having God on your side is the most powerful thing in all of existence. There's nothing that can overcome God, because God has overcome anything. And so you will overcome anything, because he put his power into you. As long as you just love him, come to him, speak with him, and remain in him, there's nothing that can break you. There's nothing that can harm you. All right, so that was it for today. If you are still here, thank you so much for listening to me speaking on the mic again. I hope you're all having a blessed day. Stay close to yourself. Peace.